feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the bees to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
Okay. Afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Sawyer. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Sawyer. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded at the 7. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Set the tone, defense.
Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And they work this well upfield across the 45. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
We got 4.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Henderson will try to run for the first. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try the left side. Sawyer, he's got a 1st down and more past the 30. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 84 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Texans have got it. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 20. Yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Keep playing on.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Texans 2.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Murray going long. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Gain of 37 yards. First down, Arizona.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Ready? Hey, hold on. 58, come on. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Sawyer. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let him know, let him know.
To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Sideline. It's Mack. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They find some open field here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run here with Henderson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
I'm going to come back to you.
Again, it's Henderson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Darrell Henderson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overrule to cash it in.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Watch out, watch out.
On first down, Sawyer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Ball shot. Keep your arm. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
42-yard line.
47, 19. He's time to leave. It's time to run. Line him up. Line him up.
Watson on first down.
Here we go. Get off the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Banjo, 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 banjo.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand. Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close. To throw, it's Murray. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now a hit and a loose football. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Third and 2, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
We're set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Record.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Get ready. Get ready.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Going long here for Wallace. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Arizona. 48 yards. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Back now in Houston, And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Henderson going to run for it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And an alley to run. The 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Darrell Henderson with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? Just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, no time now.
Throwing on second down. Watson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The Texans on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Going long here for Wallace. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 30.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Murray now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 2nd down now, Sawyer. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Sponge, short.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw it, Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
5-2, 54. Mike 5-2. And we echo. Get to the ball. Let's keep running. Go.
Here we go on 4th. Watson being chased out left. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. To the air yet again, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's into the clear. The 40, he's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now a give, right side. Sawyer. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray from midfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Set. 19. Wild Bill. And him go. Where's 52? Watch 52. And him go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. I know he ain't got it. And him go.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job.